Right, I'm back on this little mini one, and I'm just gonna, well, just took these little hubcaps off to slacken wheel nuts, so you can jack it up and take wheels off and start checking it. And as I went on, I don't know, can you see that movement? I think I need to put a camera on a stand. Well, let's have a look now, because when I was holding camera in my hand, I was moving together with it. You can see how much of movement is on the wheel. I'm suspecting that would be bushings on the lower wishbone. So let's just have a look underneath. So there's definitely movement, and I'm suspecting rear bush. So we'll see once I get the wheel off. Right, it's there. So that's a crowbar between subframe and wishbone. Removal of wheel liner on Mini 1 2005. You got two things, you got screws and you got these plastic lugs. Now, location of these plastic lugs, one is underneath. I just took that one out. It's there. Right there. Then you got another one there. Then you got another one there. Sorry, that's a screw. Plastic lug there. Plastic lug there. Plastic lug, plastic lug, plastic lug, and plastic lug. And then you have two screws. One is up here, which is basically there. Another one is there, which screws into that member there. So the screws, you can do it with a Phillips, as you can see that. And that's a screw. And these plastic lugs, there are a few different ways. One of them is you can undo it halfway with a screwdriver and then use trim remover and just pull them out. As easy as that. Or we can pull it with fingers. Sometimes if they don't, like this one, it doesn't want to do it. So what you can do then, get a flathead screwdriver and get behind it and just pray it up a bit, so you can get this tool underneath, and then you just pray it out. And once both screws and all the lugs are removed, then you can maneuver this liner out. Gives you loads of access for servicing. There you go. And if you own Mini and you're doing your own servicing and repairs around, I would advise any worn out or damaged these clips, like this one. I think that's the one that I couldn't unscrew, so I had to just pry it open, or broken or whatever, just replaced with new ones. You can get them, I'll actually post a link on Amazon. You can get like 30 to 50 pieces, something like 7-8 quid. It's really worth having a pack, and then every time if you got the damaged one, just replace it with new one. So far on my list, I have to sort out the bushings on the wishbones, get some extra clips. And one thing I noticed is when you put ignition on, the temperature is showing -40, which is the bottom range of the temperature sensor, and that usually is when it's completely disconnected or burned out, and if it's fully closed then should show the maximum temperature. And as I took my wheel arch liner, this wire popped out, and I'm looking at it, it's completely damaged, and that could be, well, I believe that is a temperature sensor wire. So if I just cross it so it connects like that, because as you can see, don't know if you can see clearly that, it's not zooming, there you go, you can see the insulation is gone and actually wire is exposed. So if I twist it so the wires are touching, I mean, I'm 99% sure that is a temperature wire. So I'm not going to blow any fuse or anything. So now if I go to the car and look at here, when I put contact on, yes, it's showing 50 degrees Celsius. So if I just I'll leave camera here, turn radio off, and I'm going to disconnect that, and as I disconnect it should drop down to -40. So you can see now the temperature is radically dropping now. It's showing 1 degree, half degree. It's going to go less and less and less, and -40. There you go. So that wire is a temperature sensor wire. So that's another thing on my shopping list. Just the key off. So someone might say, you don't really need it, it's only to tell you what temperature is outside, but actually it tells the ECU what temperature is outside, what that means, what air intake temperature would be or supposed to be, and then regulates whatever it needs to regulate further down the engine as a air fuel mixture and everything else advancing on the timing or automatic choke or whatever else needs to do. So it's very important to have that working properly. So that's another thing. I'll need to get a connector as well, or maybe make something, but ambient temperature sensor wire, that's where it is. I need to sort that out, and that is coming from the harness that is up here. You can see the wire moving there, and that is there right underneath the front fog light. So there is the wire. I'm just gonna pull it up. There you go, that's the wire, and I believe that's supposed to go around, and don't know if you can be seen, there's a bit of sun there. Alright, let me turn the camera around. My camera around, and we're here now in front of the radiator behind the bumper, and there is a point there right down there. I think that's where it needs to be clipped in. So that is on the right hand side behind the bumper. So I'm gonna feed that extended wire, feed it down there and get new temperature sensor. Alright, just looking around, quite a lot of rust and stuff. But the brake pads, I mean, discs got a little bit of lip, but they're not that bad. Rear one, it's good clean up and sorting out. Same with the front ones. There's about half life on the discs, on the pads. Discs are again got a bit of lip, bit of rust, surface rust. They need cleaning up. Okay. CV boots, they're okay. They appear okay. these bolts here on the steering, they feel dry, joints fine. There's a bit of surface rust on the brake pipe. Okay. This side, same thing with the brakes. It's even wear on the brakes, which is really good thing to see. And the rest on the back, it's good. Same thing. Now the rear wheel arch, I can access exhaust, and you can see it has seen better days. There's a massive hole there, and that's why it sounded beefy. So we need new exhaust. Okay. So far I got wishbone bushes, both sides, wheel arch liner clips, exhaust, ambient temperature sensor. I get a replacement cup. This one is not correct cup for it. So expansion tank cup, air filter, oil filter, cabin filter, oil, need to see why I got oil around the power steering tank, so we'll see that. Right, that down there is a water pump and a hose coming off it, and it's got pink sediment on it. That is sign of leak. Right, so I'm going to move this bumper forward. Move the bumper forward, that's going to give us more room there, and that probably explains wheel bearing noise from that side. So it's probably water pump bearing. And the bumper is off, so what we had is these positions. We had these little Torx, one there, one on the other side. We had 3 10mm ones underneath. I only had one, other two have been missing, and also 8mm ones coming from here up. I'm also got one missing on this side, so this bracket is completely loose, but there is one going there, 8mm here, one on the other side, 3 10mm screws underneath, and then Torx, one here, one there. Now once that is gone out, I'm going to take bolt here, bolt there, bolt in there as well. So take them all out and get this cross member out. So again, you got 4 nuts and 1 bolt. 1 nut goes there, 1 nut there, 1 nut and another nut there, and the bolt is down here. So same on this side. So you got nut, nut, nut and nut, and out here is a bolt. And once all the nuts and bolts are removed, you simply pull the cross member. There you go. So once that cross member is cleared, we got these 2 bolts here. They're coming from underneath, 16mm, 2 on each side, and then you can move that bracket of the cross member forward, and that will then take entire radiator cradle out as well with it. Once you remove these extensions, just put about 4 or 5 inches long M10 bolts into where the bolts came out. That's it, and that will help you. That will be like a glider for your radiator cradle, so it doesn't drop down. It's going to have nice seat there on these bolts, and that will give you much more room now. As you can see, our pump is in horrible condition. Now, in order to check that wheel bearing on a pump, I mean, got to do something with that pump anyway. And whatever I do with it, I'll have to take a drive belt out. So to get access to drive belt tensioner, I've removed strap from the engine mount strap. Now I'm going to remove, someone put cable clip, and that can be slid off and pushed out of the way. Now that's giving us more room. So what I got here, I got 3/8 ratchet down in the square end of the tensioner, a bit of old water pipe, and got a small bolt about 4 or 5 mil that I'm going to put in. Once I lift the tensioner, that how to say it, that notch there is going to be in line with this hole here. Just try to put it, clear it like that. So that notch will be in line with this hole, and I'm going to put bolt in there to secure tensioner from dropping down. But I'll need 5 hands to do that, so I'm not going to be able to record it. And here it is. You can see, hope you can see that bolt in there, holding that. Just going to take the ratchet out. It's a very tight fit. Come on, that's it. And now you can slide the drive belt. You can do it from the bottom perhaps, off the AC, off the crankshaft, and drive belt's coming out. Let's see what condition is in. It's not bad. Doesn't have any notches. Let's see any cracks. No, no cracks. No, it's good. And it's a Contitech, so it's Continental 6PK 1033, 1 meter and 33 mil. When you open it up, might replace it once I'm at it. Right, now I can spin them. Let's see tensioner. That's quiet. Very, very, very small lateral movement. Spins nice and freely. Alternator solid. Water pump. There's a lateral movement on it. don't know if it can be seen. It's about 0.5 millimeter movement. And I can hear it on the bottom. AC is okay. So yes, it's the water pump. So I'll have to replace the water pump, which in effect it's okay, because I can then disconnect this hose here, and that will allow me to swing this radiator even further forward, gives me more room. And to be honest with you, AC, it's empty anyway, so I could actually disconnect it fully and just take it off. Okay, so that is number 8, water pump. Right, what else? It's getting dark. Well, it's not dark, but it will get very soon. So I think I'm going to do a bit of cleanup, and then tomorrow perhaps I'll have a look at the power steering side, what's happening there, and check for any leaks. I mean, from here, this is one of the sides that you might get leak. It's on a crankshaft pulley behind it, but that looks dry, which is good. It's always good when it's dry. There. Let's just double check on this side here. It's got all sorts of leaks, but the question is, where is it coming from? It's definitely power steering in question, because it is a bit stiff as well. Right, okay, I think that's enough for tonight. I'm gonna clear up all this mess, and what I might do is get a jet wash out and just jet wash all these sides, and then that's gonna dry out for tomorrow. It's gonna be nice and clean then to work on. And there we go, quick blast with a jet washer. It's gonna make work tomorrow much easier and cleaner. Never jet wash the engine, don't do that. And obviously all the light connectors I put up high so I don't blast them with water. And just jet wash all this around here and around the back there and underneath and the back here. I don't think it's ever been clean as this. And this end. To be honest with you, it's not, you got a bit of surface rust around, but like on these suspension parts, but it's not bad for a 19-year-old car. Not bad at all. I didn't expect, I was actually thinking it's going to be much worse than this. Not bad, not bad. There you go. Carry on tomorrow.